Good afternoon, Colonel Country, and welcome to another episode of Colonel's Corner. On today's episode, we'll be previewing the Wilkes University men's and women's tennis 2021 spring season. Our guest today is head coach Torr Terranova. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Adam, thanks for having me.
Now, Coach, let's talk about the 2021 season. What are your expectations as we head into this year?
I think it's gonna be different for everybody. For us, for the men's and women's tennis programs, we're just talking about the overall experience. We want the kids to have a great experience. Everyone has lost something throughout, 19 into 20, and then even early part of 20 in the fall. So now that we're competing, we just want them to have a great experience, and we're going to try to help them learn and grow as much as we can, and we're going to go from there.
Now let's talk about the returners you have on both teams this year. What can you tell us about the players that will be returning this year?
I would say that all the returners are going to be major pieces in the lineup. And the hiccup there is that a lot of the returners haven't had a lot of time in the lineup, especially because you think about we have a lot of juniors and seniors who didn't play as sophomores because they didn't get the opportunity to play last year that much. So, we've got Dashi Yaknis, who's played, one doubles as a freshman and, was all conference player her freshman year, and then had a huge upside sophomore year, and that was taken away. And now, she's one of the leaders of the pack where we're looking her to make a huge statement this year as a junior. And then you have Alexis Sierri, who has played in and out of the lineup a little bit, Dagny Markle, who's played in and out of the lineup, and Sarah Malone, who's played in and out of the lineup. And, we're hoping that they get a lot of experience, have a lot of fun. On the men's side, it's very, very similar. Colin Greenman, by the end of his sophomore year in spring of 19, solidified himself in the lineup. But, Matt Angara and Jack Moline and Connor Murphy haven't had that much playing time experience. And so, we're hoping that once again, they can learn and they can have a great time. But overall, they're trying hard, they're working hard, they're getting better every day.
Now, what can you tell us about the players that'll be joining us for the first year on the court for the Colonels?
A lot of new faces. A lot of new faces. The women are going to have three freshmen, impactful freshmen, make the lineup, and it's actually going to be an amazing experience for them because they're actually all left-handed. So we're going to have 5 lefties playing in the lineup at some point, which is for tennis that's so unusual. That we're going to be, I think, giving a lot of teams a lot of different looks because they're not used to seeing 5 lefties, used to seeing 1 or 2 or 3 at max, not 5. And then on the men's side, we're gritty. We've got Cole Gibson, who's arguably one of the better recruits this program's landed in the last 10 years, behind Steve Wilson and Courtney Murphy. And we're expecting really big things out of him. And we've had some injuries on the men's side. That's kind of taking a toll on us, but we're getting people up to speed and we're moving in the right direction.
All right, Coach, let's talk about the new MAC Freedom. We've lost a couple teams and we've gained a couple teams in the last 2 years. Obviously, we didn't get to see Stevens last season, and this year Lycoming and Arcadia both joined the MAC Freedom. So what can you tell us about your expectations and your thoughts on the new alignment of our conference?
I think the new alignment is going to be helpful for a few different reasons. Arcadia brings a full-time coach and someone that is really active and wants to win. And she's got, a huge desire to have a professional program. So, for her, they're going to be well-trained. They're going to be mentally tough. They're going to be ready to play. Lycoming lost a lot of seniors last year that were in the lineup. And so I don't really know what to say about them. We don't really know that much because they're super young. So they could be amazing. They could be, a growing year for them. So we're not gonna take them lightly. And Stevens was nationally ranked last year. Their one singles player made it to the finals of the ITA regional. And now that player is playing 2 singles. So, and they have another kid that's going to be playing 3 singles. So they've got a freshman at 1 and a freshman at 3 on an already nationally ranked team. So I think it's easy to say that they can actually make a real run at the NCAA title this year with that kind of roster that they have on the men's side. On the women's side, they've been growing their program for the past 5 years. They have a phenomenal recruiting class this year, and they're very young, where they have 1 junior in the lineup and the rest are just sophomores and freshmen. So we're gonna have to play flawless tennis against Stevens, and then we're probably gonna need a lot of luck as well. But we're not gonna, go in there with our heads down. We're gonna go in to win, and we're gonna go in to compete, and we're gonna go in to have fun.
Sounds like an excellent challenge this year, Coach. Now let's talk about our COVID situation. In the spring and in the early winter, a lot of teams were wondering whether they were going to get to play. So it's easy to see a lot of negatives that could be possible, but there's also positives that can be taken from this situation. Can you talk to us about some of the positives you've seen with your team as this has kind of unfolded?
Sure. So, I think some of the things to think about are there's a lot more to college athletics, and such as a lot more to college tennis than just competing. And I think college athletics can really provide the ability to learn and grow over a lot of different domains that are going to help them well beyond their years past graduation. And I mean, this year we've really talked about spending time with each other and valuing each other's time and valuing the experience. Um, and trying to get better every day, whether that's on the court or in preparation for the court or after the court or off the court. Um, and understanding that there are more things out there that are, sometimes that hold a higher priority than just trying to get a W every single day. But we really feel that the opportunities given are way more important than the things we've lost. And a life is always going to give you opportunities. And I think COVID has really taught us, especially our programs, that there's a new opportunity every day to be seized. And we're really excited about it.
All right, Coach. Wilkes University men's and women's tennis kick off the spring 2021 season this Saturday when they face Kings. Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck this season.
Thanks, Adam.